Welcome, everybody, into Nearing Nerdvana, Comic Book Women. It's kind of nice that you guys are here. We were on Lords of the Long Box, and everybody's off watching basketball. So thank you for being here instead, because we have a cool show. We are going to be spotlighting Star Wars, specifically Ahsoka. Jen's very excited. Actually, we all are. I think it's going to be a really good one. Before we get going, I love the shirt. Jen, where did you get that?
Let me see again. My sister got it for me from that tea turtle.
Oh, cool. Adorable.
Very cute. Very fitting. You're wearing Mandalorian. That's close. I'm in like the totally wrong area here, but
I was like showing my chesticles.
And you're like, look at my shirt.
Look. They gotta take it.
Thank you to our sponsors that we're probably going to lose after this show. Cover Prize. Lucy just marketed for you.
Yeah.
Make sure you're following Cover Price if you're not already, and use the code in the description to get 1 month of their unlimited membership for 99 cents. And Bird City Comics, tomorrow night we are dropping our second Anna Marcano cover. Very, very impressed with this book. She did a really cool gamer rendition for a title called Arcade Kings, and that drops tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, I mean, I know this is like one of those characters that, in my opinion, are probably one of the best developed characters for Star Wars. Like, her character development was flawless, but there's a lot to unravel. If you guys aren't familiar, no worries. That's what we're here for.
Hey, thank you, Nash.
Just clapping. What are we in? We're
No,
in.
you know, I'm gonna do the clip of Anthony shaking his butts every time we get money. I'm gonna play that. I need to upload that
Anthony's
clip.
working every time, huh? I like that. I think that works.
Mhm.
Yeah. Thank you, Namesh, our other sponsor of Nearing Nirvana.
Yes.
All right, let's just dive right in. So we're going to go down the line, starting with Jen. What was your first exposure to Ahsoka? Like, just tell me what you want to say about this character. Give me it.
It had to be the movie, the animated movie that came out. That's available on Disney Plus if you want to watch it. That's the intro to the character to the general audiences. And you know, she's 11, I think, in that, and she's just very youthful. And I remember watching it and being like, wow, I can't wait to see where her character goes. And then I got to then see people bash and hate, and that was like my first, I think, intro into, it's like 2008.
Instagram. No,
2008 was like the negative, like I before that, I never had a negative experience with people being and that was my first, was seeing people rally and be upset.
Why do you think that was, though?
I was just gonna ask, why do they hate her? Like, why? I don't understand.
I think it's purists.
Or kind of like, she calls him Sky Guy, and who is this, like, coming into my star? I don't know. It was so weird to hear it, because I thought it was fine, and I was looking forward to the character. But over time, then you had to see people who didn't like her. It turned. People were like, oh, whoa, okay, so now she's getting older, and she's learning these lessons, and oh, yeah.
We're going to get to that, Yee. We're getting to that. Yeah, the character development. I think that the people have lost their patience. Like, give people, if you really want to commit to a character, give them some time to grow and grow with them, in a sense, because I can see where some of the criticism came from. What do you think, Sarah?
Well, so I am a old school Star Wars fan. I started, when I was like 5 years old. So I'm excited because, again, like, during Celebration, I didn't realize it was the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. That is the first Star Wars movie I saw in the movie theater. So it's just crazy to be like, I'm all in it. I'm all for it. I love this. Because remember, like, I was 5 and that was it. Return of the Jedi. That was it. 1984, something like that. That was it. No more Star Wars. That was, except for 2 crappy Ewok movies and some droid cartoons and
Christmas special.
Maybe some Ewok cartoons, but basically that was it. So I'm so for this, like, full insurgence of Star Wars. I love I love this character. I love I first kind of got into her through Rebels. There is an amazing scene where she and Darth Vader, and I won't ruin it for anybody who hasn't seen it, but there is an amazing scene, and like I think that besides like Anakin dying in Return of the Jedi, I think this is the first time where like I cried, like how, you know, because it was so like just and
I just literally watched that episode the other day, Sarah.
did you like?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like it takes your heart, like it just.
Which one was it? Sorry, which one was it?
Star Wars Rebels.
Star Wars
I texted
Rebels.
Jen at like 4 in the morning. I'm like, Jen, have you ever heard of Star Wars Rebels? And she was all, "Oh, Laura, yes. I've been telling you to fucking watch it. Oh, sorry, to watch it forever." I'm like, okay, Jen, you've watched it. I'm just kidding. That didn't actually. That
I
kind of
actually
happened.
think Rebels might be a good intro for Lucy.
Rebels.
Yeah.
Because I started, for me, like, well, her character, like, when I watched that episode, was it
Tales
the
of the
one
Jedi?
with that? No. The Mandalorian. The
Oh,
Mandalorian.
Yeah.
That one, that seeing Rosario as her, like, it's the first for me, you know, it's the first time that I seen her, and I started watching Tales of a Jedi, and I like it how it starts. It's just with her like born and already like she has something. She's kind of cool. Her mom is badass, you know. And I started watching other stuff just to learn a little bit more because I mean I have watched Star Wars movies, but I'm so lost and everything. I don't know. I was just telling Sam because I started watching something like to learn more about her, and I was telling Sam, I was like, "Did you know Anakin was Darth Vader?" He's like,
Are you serious?
I didn't know. I didn't know.
I
You
love
saw the
those
movies.
reactions. Those
Yes,
are
that's what he
favorite.
said. He's like, "You watched the movies." I'm
If you
like,
saw the
I don't remember. It never. I'm like, I was confused. I don't understand. I didn't know Anakin and what's his name? What's her face? Who plays the mom? Like, I didn't know those were Luke Skywalker's mom and Princess Leia. I had no idea. Like like I said, I have watched them, but I'm like so confused with so many characters that I get lost. And I'm like, I have watched the old Star Wars, right? And then like the one that came out with what's her the girl and the guy. It's horrible with names, obviously. Ray
and
Ray.
Finn and
That one, those like when they came out, I went to the theater to watch them. Like I watched them, but I'm fucking lost. I didn't know what was happening, timelines, everything. I don't know
just
what.
you. A lot of people feel that way. So
It's
you didn't
just
know
so
judgment.
much.
Okay, a little bit of judgment that you didn't know that Anakin, but other than that, no judgment.
Yeah, no.
Watch Rebels. I think that's a good one. What?
Rebels.
I love when parents show their kids that movie and they're watching and you see their reactions of learning that like that Darth Vader is Luke's father, and they're all like,
I saw that firsthand. I had a little boy that I was babysitting. He loved the Clone Wars TV show on Cartoon Network. You know, and Anakin is this, you know, he's the nice guy and he helps and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I want to watch the movies. And I'm like, all right. So I bring my movies over. And that scene, he's like, wait, what? Like, wait, what? Like Darth Vader? And I'm like, yep. So
did you get to that youngling scene?
He didn't watch that. He wanted to watch. I think that was the youngling scene. No, that came out before. That came out after. Yeah, he just wanted to watch like he wanted to watch the old school movies first.
Okay.
So
Jen needs to make us, or you know, you guys we should do a show of a list of how to watch this Den movie so we can know with the timelines and stuff like that, because
there's different ways. So when Britt and I were gonna go see, I forgot what movie, but I was like, oh, she's not gonna understand this, and this. Oh, that's right. Clone Wars season 7 was coming out. And I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. I want you to watch it with me. And she's like, yeah, but I've never seen anything. And I'm like, okay. I cannot not watch it on the first day. So I just took Clone Wars the 6 seasons and I like condensed it down enough for she would understand the characters and some of the plot points, and then she was ready to watch season 7. But then when I was looking into it, there's a chronological order of if you want to watch the movies, TV shows, to just watch it as a nice time flow, it's different. So it depends how much time you have and if you want to watch everything or a condensed version of it.
I think everything. We should do like the full list, so that way I can.
There's the cartoons that came out on Cartoon Network before Clone Wars with the 3D-ish.
So are the cartoons connected to the shows now into the movies, or is just also like its own separate thing?
This could be a whole nother show, guys. We
Sorry,
gotta
yes,
keep
sorry,
moving.
excuse me.
Otherwise,
I
we'll
have
be
so many
here all
questions.
night.
So I have something for you guys. So if
Watch
you,
that shit.
I didn't realize this until just watch everything, right? So I just learned this today. If you look at your Disney Plus, if you go to your Star Wars, it actually has Ahsoka episodes. So it has like
But did you see what they picked?
I didn't look at all of it, but I was
I
like,
looked at all of them and I was like, oh, they're
Yay,
missing
thank
this,
you.
they're missing this, they're missing this. Oh, thank you, Cal.
Thank you, Cal.
can you tell Jen and I are passionate about Star Wars?
So
we gotta
there's
keep moving.
so they need you there and be like, hey yo, you messed up. Like, and real quick, like where'd it go? Shoot, I should have saved it. Thank you, John. And he got that's not that was not the one. Sorry.
Not you, John. No, thank you to you.
No, it's him, but it's just a different comment that he got it. And where are you? You. I was trying to look for your message on Instagram. I couldn't find it. I was so sick, but I couldn't work on the shirt. But I'm working on it. I'm working on the shirt.
Oh, nice.
Remember, he won the shirt. Look at this. It's progress. My progress. I'm working on it. I want to send you all sickness all over so I wanted to get better before I worked on it.
That's very nice of you. And what's up to Lords of the Long Box just joined, guys? That's the show I literally just came off of. Please make sure you are following them. Sub that channel. We do the weekly top 10 and the Shakers, my personal favorite. All right, so can we just redirect real quick back to Ahsoka? The casting here, flawless. Okay. I think Rose, what, you don't like her?
No, I do. No. But I kind of, okay, if you watched the Han Solo movie at the very end, how they had the guy who played Ray Park, played Darth Maul, was Ray Park, right? But then they kept the voice actor from the Clone Wars. And I really liked that mashup.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of hoping that, like, but it's Rosario Dawson, so there's no way that she would get dubbed by Ashley. But I thought that would be the perfect marriage.
Yeah, the Tales from the Jedi, like those they had like really actors, like, I was like, wait, I know that voice. I had looked it up. I was like, oh yeah, and I started looking at I was like, oh wow, they have like really good actors for the voices for this. Like, for me, again, because I'm not huge in Star Wars, for me it's like, and thinking like the cartoon, like Star Wars, these actors are not just like specifically voice actors how you usually see. There's just also actors you see in movies. So for me, it was just like, what? But yeah, sorry.
I like that. So if you guys don't know, kind of like the gist of Rosario Dawson, she kind of like manifested this. So like she was saying like back in like, I think it was like 2019 or previously, she was saying like, and it's cool because I just watched an interview of it, and she was calling Ahsoka Ashoka or Ahsoka. Yeah. So she didn't really know, but she manifested it. And basically then all of a sudden the fans started doing fan art and kind of like got this movement going. I think her face looks
like, right? He made one. That's how she got she said it that she got the role because of Boss Logic. He made a really cool one.
Lucy, she's in Men in Black, right?
Yes. Rosario?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Remember she's like, it's always cries, or it always rains whenever I cry, and they're like,
she was like wasn't she like an alien princess or something like that?
And has she aged like a single day? No.
Yeah, she looks amazing.
That bone structure, man, she's on point. Okay, let's keep going though, because we're gonna be here all night. All right, Jen, cover the names for Yi because he was in the chat talking about this, so this is perfect.
Yeah, Ahsoka Tano, aka Snips, is what Anakin nicknamed her because she is snippy.
Snipper. I like it. Better than biatch because she's being beachy.
Is that what you guys are gonna call me?
You know what another synonym for being bitchy is? When somebody says, "Oh, you're being sassy."
Yeah.
Sassy is like never a compliment to me, right?
But I like being sassy. I don't care.
I don't care
I'm
either.
bitchy
Yeah, I like
too,
being
so I
sassy
don't care.
too. I like being
It's
spicy too.
Whose car we gotta take?
It doesn't matter. Any. Let's go. Whatever you want.
Sarah, you're on combat abilities.
All right, her combat abilities is she's proficient in lightsaber fighting with a unique grip. She's got the dual sabers, which is awesome. She's got blaster deflection, acrobatic fighting style with jumps and flips, and she's a talented pilot and mechanic, which is awesome. She's all of it.
Yeah, she kind of is like the full package there, right? Lucy drives fast, so she does. Lucy, want to handle the force abilities?
Okay. Force senses, superior and agility. I cannot
Agility.
pronounce. I can pronounce it.
Agility.
Agility. I can. Mexican problems. There you go.
Nah.
Leaps, force push, pulls, ability to connect with animals and creatures, which I think it's so freaking cool. So now it makes sense that why she was able to talk to Gragu, what's his face, right?
And the saber-toothed tiger that like kidnapped her. She just looked in his eyes like,
That was,
"Don't eat me."
she touched him, and I was like, "Aw."
That
She's
should have been a
so
cover.
bad.
That would be a really cool combo cover. Her just touching the
Her-
nose.
That one right there. I was like, "Oh my god, such a cool picture!" Like, I was thinking about pictures, but yes,
Good
yeah.
stuff. Guys, if you are new to the channel, welcome into Nearing Nirvana. There's about 40 of you hanging with us tonight, which is great because I know that it's playoff season, but we love to have you here. We are talking Ahsoka. If you haven't already, please sub the channel and better yet, share it out. We are trying to get to that 2K mark. Give the show a thumbs up. That kind of keeps us going. So let's kick it off. Every week we talk about different character. Yes, Jim.
So we didn't have room to put in here, but her alien species is a Togruta.
Yeah.
And so what you're seeing, it's not hair, it's actually like it's horns. And since it's hollow, their species has just better spatial awareness. And it almost acts like the Force because of how
it has like fur on it, doesn't it though?
It's like intuned. I mean, they're technically horns.
Their species are more receptive to the Force.
I was wondering what that was because when she's a baby, that long one is still not. I don't think it's there yet. And then I said everybody has that, so I wasn't sure at first, like, because her head was covered. I'm like, is that like something maybe a tribe that they wear, or is it?
It grows as they get older and older.
That's part of their species.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
It's called am I going to say this right? Oh, I don't want to get attacked by Star Wars nerds, but is it called a Lekku? Lekku?
Oh, the horns?
Yeah, the
hair?
the tendrils.
Shoot.
The tendrils.
I think you said it right. That sounds good.
Yes, sure.
We got Nemesis Prime in the house, who's like a Star Wars fanatic.
Oh boy.
So, be careful with how you pronounce shit.
He's gonna hate me by the end of this.
Right?
Sorry, dude.
No, he's
Don't
cool.
hate
He'll
me.
help us out. He'll help us
And
out.
then the species is really good at hunting. And so when you see her fighting style, she has almost that like hunter's instinct.
Yeah.
And another famous Togruta is Shakti. You see in the movies.
Mm.
Do you mean Pot Thief, her mother?
No. There's a Jedi that's a Togruta.
Her mom's
Shakti?
kind of a badass. We could do a whole
Yeah.
show on that.
Yes, her mom. I'm telling you, just from that one, I was just like, what? One thing I didn't like, I was like, what happened to them? Because it was just like that one episode, and then they moved to other episodes, and it's just like they don't show them till like probably I'm assuming later because I'm on episode 4.
So something that happens with when you become a Jedi and you become a youngling is you go away from your parents. So like Obi-Wan Kenobi, has a brother, right? But he's never gonna see. He doesn't know where his there's separation, so you don't have attachment.
I I don't have it. I made this little video for Lord of the Long Box where it's a scene from Schitt's Creek and she's all blah goblin blind, smine, blood that's mine, fucking shit.
Oh,
Yeah, the big
the
wine,
wine?
the wine. It's
Yeah,
the one
the
tasting,
wine.
which is the
Commercial.
commercial.
And so we made it like a thing on Lord of the Long Box whenever any of us like mess up a word. Because people give a
Nice.
shit after every show. They're like, you mispronounced this. It's like,
Oh my god! So they
You
can never be friends with me because I mispronounce everything.
all right. So what do we got here? So this is art concept, really early art concepts, and it's interesting how it evolved into something not completely different, but significantly different. Jen?
Yeah, I thought it was really cool that if you follow Dave Filoni, I recommend Twitter and Instagram, but more so Twitter. He'll share these things, and I think over the years he's let more and more things go, and he also will do current new drawings of Ahsoka. So I love following it, but it's cool that he like let us into the process a little bit of them trying to figure it out. And Ashla, right? Was
I think
their
that's what-
original? Well, the first name they were just playing
I
with.
pronounced it Ashla.
Ashla.
Yeah.
How did I say it?
Because Ahsoka,
Ashla?
so Ashla. Ahsoka. That's kind of how
That's
I saw
one
it.
thing
being.
that I'm like, I wonder how do they come up with all these names? Like, it's do they get them really from tribes or what? Because there's some like crazy ass names. I'm like, what?
Hey, Justin, you got the answer to that? Where do they come up with the Star Wars
Yeah.
names?
Well, some of them mean stuff in other languages.
Okay.
Does Ahsoka mean anything in another language?
It does actually.
What does
Ahsoka
it mean?
is long story short, this was created by both Ahsoka was both created by Dave Filoni and George Lucas. Dave Filoni actually had called her Ashala. And as if you have watched that episode of Tales of the Jedi, it's episode 6, she actually uses that name, Ashala, which I thought was really cool. But it was actually George Lucas who actually named her Ahsoka. It was named after a Indian emperor named Ahsoka the Great.
Oh.
And he did that after he, in his own mind, decided that she was going to be the Padawan for
Mm.
Anakin. Prior
Yeah.
to that, there was like, Anakin has a Padawan? What? Like, nobody knew that. But George Lucas in his head did.
And
Yeah.
in
Oh.
Sanskrit, it means pure and hopeful.
Oh, look, they in Star Wars they have characters speaking Tagalog, which that's what my mother-in-law speaks, Tagalog.
What does TiVo mean in Star Wars language? Always late. It translates to. Can't start on
Burn.
time. Love you, TiVo.
That's good.
That was good, right? That was good. That was like, all right. All right, Jen, we talked about this a little bit before the show, but I want you to go ahead and enlighten anybody in the chat about why this is important.
Well, okay, so it's Star Wars Insider number 95 from 2007. Now, I really wanted to show the inside because what you're seeing, the circle picture is a picture I see as like a lot, is they just kind of zoom in on Ahsoka. So for years, I always just assumed it was this big, humongous picture. And then finally, when I found a picture of the inside, I was like, oh, that's it? Kind of like when we did the Avatar episode and we did like the preview in that one Nickelodeon magazine. Like, this is all you get. So sometimes people on eBay will try to promote this as first time you see Ahsoka, like, hey, like, and like really hype it up. And it's like, this price is where I think it should. Well, it's also VG. Like, they're usually beat up. Like,
Yeah, I mean, we're talking like $15, but we were talking about this prior to the show, and I think the girls and I are all in consensus that this would have been a badass cover if they would have just zoomed in on it and you saw what was in that circle as the main cover. Because I mean, the stance is on point, the coloring's on point. What do you think, Sarah?
Yeah, I totally agree with all of you guys. Like, I could see this as an awesome like cover. Like, you know, if this was like if she had a solo series, which I hope. I got Jen excited.
Her face. Hey, if it happens, Bird City, you better jump on it. And we're
Yeah,
saying it here first, so nobody could say like, "I did it first. You copied me," like bitches. Yeah.
There you go. You heard it first. Bird City. Ahsoka,
You
number
42
one.
people watching are witnesses, okay?
First, the very
Sorry.
first.
But yeah, I totally like I could see this as a cover. The other thing I wanted to bring up too is Ahsoka was created to show how Anakin kind of he's grown from being this kind of like what we saw, this bratty kind of Padawan to this now we see reserved Jedi Knight. So I kind of like that they both characters are growing, and I like how they're showing that.
Well, wasn't that
we
the
didn't-
point of her to kind of help him develop with his what do you call it, attachment issues or something? To that effect?
Yeah, and I like that. I like because we didn't again going back to like the main Star Wars, we really haven't seen like Luke Skywalker. He was already like this whiny kid. Okay, yeah, we saw, then like 2 movies later, he's now this like I know everything. I know and see all everything, but. I like that this is kind of like a continuity of seeing them grow up together and seeing again what happens in the end. So
Tell us how you really feel.
Look, I'm passing my little fire to
this
Jen.
panel's snippy tonight, guys. We are all snippy. Lucy, anything to add?
No, that's it. What?
All right, let's keep cruising. All right. Again, Jen, explain it.
So this also appears on another app, and it was kind of promoting it, and I was like, okay, I think at one point I may have purchased it, but I think I bought the wrong one. Anyway, if you look at what's inside, it's a preview for Shipyard of Doom. All you get is Anakin and his fighter saying her name and her talking back, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to ask you guys, because I know how I feel, but how do you guys feel about this? Because
what was it? They were saying it was a first appearance, or what was it?
Well, they're saying like it's an early, it's like a early
cameo,
but by promoting it, period, you're like, okay, well then you're putting eyes on it, but no one ever sees the inside, and that's why we're including pictures with these first 2. Because
would you feel gypped if you paid $35 for this and you got a word bubble? Is the question?
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah, and if they're promoting it as some kind of I don't know,
like minor key.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it shouldn't really just by being mentioned, unless you are like to complete everything where she's mentioned everywhere. Then yeah, but other than that, like it shouldn't. I don't think it should be pushed. It shouldn't be pushed at all, in my opinion. I
agree. I think that's fair.
Do you think it's a cameo? I mean, she's not shown, so it's not really a cameo.
But it could have been like Ahsoka, and that could have been like a battle cry. It could have been like like screw you in some kind of language,
But
so
if you found this for $2 or $1,
I wouldn't know.
Well, anything dark.
I would pass on it because it doesn't.
For $1?
Okay, it's a first mention.
50 cents. 50 cents?
First mention. A lot of books, Star Wars books have that, and yet to see the character. Okay. I don't know. For me, say what it is then. If you're going to market this or if you're going to try to sell it, be like, first mention.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. Yes. First, say that. Yes. Say that it's a first mention, not like her. Because the other magazine, it will be more, you at least see a little bit of her, like silhouette, kind of.
Yeah.
At least you've seen something. Here, you don't even see her. So it's just kind of like,
and it's crazy, the price difference. Like the first one was like what, $6.99 plus shipping, and this is $30 plus shipping. Like, come on, like at least you get a silhouette,
There you go. The panel has spoken. He who remains, welcome on in. Yeah. And you're welcome.
This is the way.
This is the way. All right, let's keep going. All right, this one makes me sad because I don't know. Do you raise your hand if you own this book on the left? Only Jen? You have 3 of them?
Oh, okay, hang on. Let's be fair. I have 3 of the normal cover that is direct. It's not a newsstand. On the right-hand side, it's my white whale. There was a time when these were only going for $100, and I think I had 50. And I'm like, listen, maybe it'll come back down. Maybe it'll come back down. I'll get it. The second it goes under 100, I'll buy it. And then I kept following it. And then I found a couple, like, again, at 100, 120. And then all of a sudden, they like skyrocketed it up. And then eventually I had the $100, but then it's now not that. So.
Because Nemesis Prime bought everything. Have you seen his posts? He's like, look at my 55,000 9.8s. It's ridiculous. Okay, go ahead.
So, but it's still cool that Dave Filoni did both these covers. And so that's a win if you can get either. And I still think that there is hope. You never know what you're going to get at yard sales or estate sales.
Sure, Jen. I'll find this at a yard sale for $2. No. If anybody ever found this at a yard sale, I swear I would twerk on the wall. Like that would. Oh no! Now they're just gonna say they did.
I bought my first Clone Wars. Well, this is before anyone really cared about Ahsoka. Like I got mine for my first one was $1. I got it at a.
When did you get it? When did you get it?
It was like 10 years ago. 10 years ago, no, like again, the Ahsoka train has been gaining steam, but for a long time, people didn't really care. So when I found this for $1, I'm like, sweet. Like I didn't want to pay some of the eBay prices and shipping. I think my second copy I bought was $20 because I was like, I want that pristine copy. And then once it hit $40, that was my last one that I purchased, and I just I can't. It's too high for me to keep going. So it's possible because not everybody.
When did this came out?
2008.
Yeah, 2008.
Are you gonna sell any, Jen?
I mean, I don't know, maybe one.
You should sell.
I'll do trade. I'm thinking about doing a trade. There's something at the end of this show that I would trade 2 of them for.
What? We're gonna
get one. So when we get there, I'll let you know what it is. I would definitely trade for that, though.
Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Sarah, anything to add to this one?
Yeah, I mean, the one on the right hand side is pretty cool. That cover art is by Dave Filoni, but it was only limited to like 1,000 copies. So, but it also this also complements the Clone Wars movie and also the TV show as well. So, but I want to congratulate Jen on being a fantastic collector because come on, $1 and then 20 and then 40 and now look, she's got 3 copies.
This is 10, but this is
still.
But
I bow to you and you're collecting. That is amazing.
I do too. We all bow down to Jen.
Right?
She knows what to collect, and you do
No.
it becomes trendy. You probably have like
wait, you just buy.
Shut up and take the compliment. Britt, pinch her for me. Tell her to take the compliment.
Britt, your retirement account's looking fantastic. You got 3 of these. Who knows what else you have?
Her face, look at her. She's like, wait, what?
PC for life.
For life.
Okay, maybe later when I'm 70.
Bequeath it all to me. And yes,
Britt's gonna be selling them on eBay by like a secretly. She's like, ooh, we're on vacation.
That would be hilarious, not gonna lie. All right, so on the left side, we're talking $883 for a near mint. 9.8 went for $1,900 roughly. On the right, $3,250 for a raw near mint, and $7,433 for a 9.8. Lucy, would you buy either of these?
Not at this price, not anymore. Hell
For $5.
For $5, then yes.
Lucy, if you see this in a bin or at a sale, you just have to. Don't text me. Just buy it.
Just do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shiny suits. That's funny. That is like Jen. She has like a coffin, but she has like one big enough for a long box on each side of her arm. She's buried with her books. That's funny.
You're gonna have your own plot.
It's
gonna be like books.
What, like the pharaohs? Just bury me with all my stuff?
Yes.
Yeah. And then somebody, not Lucy and me, might rob it one day. Not
Right?
never do that.
No, me and Britt, like, and we're like with Britt, she's all like, yeah.
Love you, Jen. Just kidding, Sora. Let's keep going. What's up next?
So this is Shipyard of Doom from 2008. It's like a digest. It technically predates the Clone Wars #2 by like a tiny bit, but it's a digest, so everyone feels differently. Some people just do floppies, some people do everything. But then Clone Wars #2 is technically the third appearance, but the second floppy. I like floppies a lot, but I know some people are completionists and want Ahsoka everything. What do you guys think?
I would go for anything at this point. anything that is obtainable and at a decent price, I probably would pick it up. Yeah, because I've tried, again, I was a comic toddler and I was like, oh, Clone Wars #1, obtainable, right? Like, what was I thinking? So, but yeah, if these were like in a dollar bin all the way.
Yeah.
I don't the shops around here, I don't remember seeing any of these around here. So I mean, do they do print a lot of these out there, or is it because I'm assuming they're targeted for kids, especially these ones? I don't know, like, how is it like really on the market? Like, people really like
That's a Jen
collect
question.
these.
Are there a ton of these out there? What's the rarity?
So the digests I find every so often, but they've been read and dinged like crazy. Even the Clone Wars, the floppies, for a long time I kept turning them down because of how dinged they were, because they're just so manhandled, right?
Oh,
But
look at this guy flexing.
That's Justin.
Nemesis.
Yes, he's like the Star Wars guy. Like,
Very
he wants
nice.
to have me on his show to pronounce Star Wars names. I'm like, sure, I can do that. Sounds easy. And Jen's all, don't do it. Don't do it, Laura.
It's a trap.
Can I bring Jen on with me? And if I don't know, I can pass it to Jen. She'll be like my.
But a lot of it, because there's so many novels that how you say it in your head until it's in a movie or TV show, you're not sure the pronunciation.
Like AT-AT. Some people say AT-AT. And then it's like, that's how I pronounce it, AT-AT. So if I'm wrong, correct me.
Correct.
No, just say I'm right.
Right? I was going to say, come at me. Come on.
Really quickly, he brought up CGC.
Wait.
You know, guys, they're increasing all their prices.
Yeah.
Starting, I got the email today. I was like, are you freaking kidding me right now? Okay.
Listen, if they just did on-site grading at comic conventions, I think I would still pay. I've been holding on to my, like, the things I want to get graded because I don't want to ship it through the USPS or mail or whatever, because things happen, things go missing all the time. And then you're gone from your comic for I don't know how long. And sometimes you hear about switcheroos happening and people dropping stuff when they're, I just, on-site grading.
Yeah.
Take my money.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Anything to add, girls, before we keep going? We have a lot to get through.
I want to say one more thing, and then so this was these were written by Henry Gilroy, who was actually the head writer of the Clone Wars TV show that was on the Cartoon Network. So just wanted to add that in.
That's a nice little tidbit. I did not know that.
Yep.
Guys, there's over 50 of you here. Thank you for joining Comic Book Women. We go live every Tuesday and we cover a different character, artist, creator. In this case, we are talking about Ahsoka because the trailer dropped and it's badass in and of itself. And all of a sudden, everybody's a Star Wars fan. So we figured we might as well cover it a little bit.
True.
It's true. It's like, oh, I've loved this so
We'll get her there.
We're gonna get her on to
Hey, just like Avatar Airbender, I was like, yeah, I don't want to watch it. And I'm almost done with this season. I'm on season 3. Yeah. I
Our
really like
Padawan
it.
is growing, Jen.
You know which one? Guess which character's my favorite?
Toph.
Yes, I love her.
Toph?
Yes,
I like
love
Toph,
her.
but that's not what I would have guessed for you.
Who do you think I would like? And the uncle.
Iroh.
Yeah, the
I
uncle, yeah.
love him right now. Like I'm worried he is getting all buff. He's in jail and he's getting all like, look at this
Oh yeah,
guy.
he's in jail and he's like,
I
I'm
really
grow
like
my
the uncle, but yeah, I love her. Like it's like I feel like it's me right there.
She is really sassy.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, I love her. But
All
yeah.
right. That's another show. Jen, what do we got here?
So someone mentioned this
Nice.
earlier. This is the Star Wars Tales from the Clone Wars, the webcomic collection from 2010. So, Sarah, we were talking about this earlier. My understanding is that these posters came with it if you were at Celebration, but then you were saying that there's a couple that were from Target.
No, the previous one was. The previous slide was. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha. Okay,
West Coast Rob cleared that up for me. So
I'm
yeah.
looking.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
looking
Yeah.
for here it is.
So,
Yeah.
but what's important to note about this, again, it's like collection, so it's not a floppy, it's like a trade. But the two posters are very, very important. You see that the $80 from cover price, that sale has no poster. The sales with the poster are exponentially up and tougher to like. I kept coming across posts of no poster, no poster, no poster, no poster, one poster, two posters, and then around that point, it's around the $200 mark, like up. So if you can find this used bookstore.
I have a question, Jen. If I owned the poster, but not the book, and I framed the poster, is it worth anything?
If you get it signed by Dave Filoni or George, like someone from
So the
Star
poster
Wars.
independent of the comic's not worth much, but the comic independent of the poster is still worth something, but not as much as it would be.
I mean, you want the bundle, but I think any Star Wars fan, if you got the posters and it was signed by somebody, or they would give you something for it. It's not worthless. Like I would never sell the poster for $5, but
how much would you sell it for then?
I would keep it.
Don't ask her how much you will sell.
Asking the wrong person. Laura, how much would you sell it for?
I don't know. Like that's kind of my question, because like the pinups in some of these comics are worth, well, they're not worth something independently, but they affect the value of the comic itself by so much that I don't know. What would I pay for that? I don't know. But
Is that wait, Wilbur, is that with the posters or is that just by itself?
This web comic book is print to order. The publisher still sells comic copies.
But is it
Yeah, let us know.
If it's with the posters. Yes, H&H is asking too, because we're all like,
I know we're all gonna go shopping.
We're like, pause.
You just start hearing like the little
Wilbur, respond. Wilbur,
waiting for you, Wilbur. Ding,
But-
ding, ding,
Who is the
ding,
publisher
ding,
on this?
ding.
I don't know.
well, now I'm gonna go look at that publisher.
It's Dark Horse, no publish. No, I don't know. Wilbert, let us know. We have 55
He's
people
like,
waiting.
he left the chat. Just kidding.
I know, he's like, I'm done. I said my piece. All right, so we're talking near mint $93. Now the 9.8 for 293 with the asterisk is because what Jen said. There hasn't been a sale within the last 6 months, so yeah. Shiny suit. I'm gonna find you when you die and just dig up your coffin, and you're gonna have all this cool shit with you. It's gonna be awesome.
How is that? That's so creepy.
I'm sorry. Is that creepy?
Are there still grave robbers?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
it's all
so.
over the place. Grave robbers happen. There was one that happened in Phoenix not too long ago.
No way.
They stole all of her jewelry she was wearing.
Oh,
How is that any different though than? I'm not advocating for tomb raiding, but I'm just saying it happens all the time in Egypt. And how is that any different? At what point does a body stop mattering?
Yeah.
But can you imagine I'm going to leave flowers for my granny, and I come and the coffin's open, and you just see your granny decomposing because someone took all their stuff.
Sorry, that's not funny.
Yeah. That's so sad.
That's kind of came really dark.
I know. Let's move on.
I Star Wars, and now we're like gray brown.
I'm just saying that would be like
only
shocking.
happens here on Comic Book Woman.
What would your reaction be? You're like,
I will make them like put like a thing in my so I can just get up. Like if as soon as it opens, I get up.
You want to spring behind your back? Huh?
Like a spring.
Even when I'm dead, I'm gonna fucking scare people.
You gotta come out like that, Lucy. Like
yes,
like
I'm like bury me like this. So when I get up,
Oh my god!
Shiny suit said that take whatever you want, they'll be dead. I feel like if you take something from me, I'm gonna haunt you.
Yeah,
you heard it here.
Yeah.
Heard
I would
on you.
definitely.
Like I'll put a note. If you take anything, you'll be cursed until you bring it back.
I won't care. I'll be laughing. How about good for you? Next up. Okay.
Oh, did you see this one? He says the web books bring the wait, where's it at?
We
He
already did that one.
He answered publishers
Dragon.
on the back. I'm trying to look it up. Something like dragons.
But I'm pretty sure that the posters are limited. But if it is, they sell the posters with the book, then that's sweet. But I don't know when you're
Really quickly. Lenny, hold on. Anthony has requested, and this is no joke. This has actually like been a thing for years. When he dies, he wants us to send him off on the water and then like shoot him with
the Viking style.
And I'm like, Anthony, we're in Arizona. Where am I going to find water? And he goes, go to like lake.
The lake.
Yeah.
You got like Havasu,
Lake Havasu.
Yeah, but they're gonna arrest my ass for I don't even know what the charges would be. That would be like arson.
You just run.
This is his last request.
Yeah.
Anyway, fine. All three of you have to shoot an arrow too then.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be fucking burning boats over there because I don't know how to shoot an arrow. It's like going this way. I was going like
there all day. He's like, that's how I want to go out. I want to go out like a Viking king. I was like, oh my god. All right. Anyway.
And I'll be as Katniss Everdeen.
Yes, thank you. Because I won't be. I'll be like shooting all around him.
Oh, there it is. It's published by Dream and Vision Press and Dark Horse Books.
Not that we're all going to look on our phones right now.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, wait. So these are just 3 of the 20 plus Star Wars insiders that Ahsoka has either been on the cover of or in the interiors of.
Mm-hmm.
For people who don't know, Star Wars Insider is a Star Wars magazine, but usually there's between 2 and 4.
Wait, this is a Star Wars magazine?
Yeah.
Hey, Star Wars they have their own magazine?
Yeah.
Of course.
You nerds! What?
Yes, Lucy.
Which is why when you guys go to LCSs or bookstores, always check the magazine boxes. I found a Star Wars Insider with Chopper on the inside.
Okay, I found it.
Did you find it?
I found it.
How much is it? Does it include the poster?
It includes the posters. They're selling it right now for $250.
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
No
thank
deal.
you.
Now you said $2.50. Okay. But hey, at least we know now. Sorry.
Yeah.
So Star Wars Insiders, check your magazine boxes. You never know. They typically in again, a lot of people don't know about these. Well, I guess now people are becoming more aware, but they're usually $5-10 depending on where you're getting it from. She's been in 20 plus. We could not show them all.
Yeah.
So on your left, it's issue 124 from 2011. And in the middle, it's issue 140 from 2013. And on the right-hand side, it's issue 159 from 2015. Now, in the link of the description of this video, we left it right, Laura, an Internet Archive is this online library that
Yeah,
has,
it's in the description. Yes.
yeah,
Dang,
it
for
has
30 years.
issue
Wow.
159 on its site. So if you just click on it, you
I
can peruse it and see it. And it's also, that issue on the right hand side is one of the previews for Star Wars Dark Disciple, which is Ventress and Quinlan Voss. It's a really good. I recommend that. If you guys ever, like, besides the Ahsoka one, Dark Disciple is chef's kiss. I cried, like, tears, ugly, ugly tears in that,
That's
because
crazy.
that book.
You got me on Rebels. You got me on Tales of the Jedi. I really like Bad Batch, which I think that takes place like what?
Who
5
knows? Nobody
it-
knows.
So Bad Batch is like right after Order 66.
Yeah.
Right.
That I
It's-
did know.
It's
Calm
during
down.
Order 66,
Yeah,
isn't it? 'Cause,
yeah.
I mean, technically it happens during that scene.
I knew that. Calm down. Not that under a rock. Okay, chill.
My action figures are in my bathroom. I have a Star Wars bathroom, by the way.
I
That's
see-
have
Crazy because we do have like some figures. I don't know, Sam. It's Sam's. They're in the closet. He bought, his boss gave him some figures because they were like from Disney. They're like pretty heavy, and they were like, they bought them cheap, and then they were going for like $100 or something like that.
statues
they're
or
my
comic
closet.
book or action
Well,
figures.
the action figures. They're like in the box like this, pretty big. Something, I think, Black Label. I don't know what it is.
The black label. I have the original ones. Yeah.
You have the originals. You got to post that shit.
Oh,
Post it on
really?
Instagram. I want to see.
Yeah.
Really quick, shout out to
Yeah.
the Pressable Defects, the Comic Forge. We've only had the guys on the show one time.
I mean, that was bad.
They got scared. They didn't want to come back.
One time, and they got scared, and they never came back. They were like,
we were so off. That was one of our
We're
more
so
interesting times.
So, do we agree now that we officially have Sarah on that we need a rematch
Yeah.
with Pressable Defects? That was luck. That was
Yeah.
pure fucking luck that they beat us.
If-
Luck.
but I feel like we need to be on our A game and not like our
Not our drinking game. We were drinking heavily. That
and
night.
well rested, right?
Yeah.
Not sleepy, because that's not.
It's the
Jen,
Pressable
I
Defects,
don't.
not the SATs, Jen. Shall have a protein bar before you guys go live.
Work out.
We're doing study groups. Is that what, like, each like nerd character, like, or nerd Star Wars, Star Trek,
Yeah.
DC Marvel?
We gotta practice. Let's practice questions.
As,
Yeah.
What is this?
as someone was saying, Larry Joe. Yes,
Uh-huh.
a lot of that's the High Republic one. There's a High Republic cover where all of them are on it. Keep your eye look for that one. And then so some of these are subscription covers versus like a PX cover versus normal cover. So usually, so the one on the left, actually all three of them come with the standard cover has all this text in the way of the image. And I know, Laura, you like the Virgin.
I like virgins.
So this is as virgin
What?
as
Thanks, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. But who doesn't, right? I prefer them virgin, but
Jesus
What?
Christ.
what the hell? These are comic book terms that I am using here.
So,
Right?
family show
Honey hole.
here. Oh my
That's
god.
another
I
one.
prefer. Okay.
Honey
go ahead.
hole.
Jeez.
so this is that for these.
Yes, I
All
know.
right. Moving on. Sarah, this is your pick.
It is. So I loved that. I love that Disney came out with this Force of Destiny. This comic book actually coincides
How
with
dare you.
with the show. There's a little bit of on YouTube they have very short snippets, but it's all about these
On Disney
female
Plus too.
characters. Wait, today is Tuesday.
On,
not
on
Friday.
Disney Plus, they did it too.
Yep, it's on Disney Plus now too, as well. They're very short. They're like maybe like I think maybe the longest might be 4 minutes, 5 minutes. It's narrated by Lupita Nyong'o, who was Maz Kantina. But what I find cool too is that So it's your female characters, your Hera, your Sabine, your Leia, your Ahsoka, Padme, Jyn Erso, Rose and Paige. But they're also voiced by again, the wonderful Ashley Eckstein. She voiced Ahsoka in the cartoons.
What does
Felicity
she
Jones.
look like? Do we know? Say her name
She's
again.
white, blonde hair.
Blonde.
She's, blonde. She's besides a great voice actor, she's also a great
Ashley what?
Eckstein, Exstein.
She's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's
nice.
not Ahsoka. But
She's
she's not
really nice.
Ahsoka.
Right, yeah. I mean, because I think that was a thing too, is like everyone was like, you know, she voiced it. It would be great for her to play it. But
I think they did good with Rosario.
I think they did good. I think it was a great pick.
I think it was really cool though to see Rosario Dawson and her voice.
I don't know about that.
What
No.
voice over Rosario Dawson? No.
No.
People know her too well. They'd be like, that's not Rosario. That doesn't They're like, you're voicing over me.
They'd have to CGI her mouth or something.
Or you using my voice over Laura. Hey, thank you.
I did your laugh. Lucy, laugh real quick. Am I good? Hold on. We can do it again. Ready? On the count 3. Do it. No, stop laughing and do it when I tell you. 1, 2, 3. Was that good?
Well, they do a seamless job.
Was that believable, Jen?
No. But thank you to JG for this super sticker.
Thank you.
So great pick. Like amazing.
Well,
If
thank
you guys-
you. I try.
If you guys go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna continue. So this is the San Diego Comic-Con 2018 exclusive. This is only 150 copies, I believe. There's also a Disney Plus again. There's also a variant anime. I'm reading my notes and I see Disney Plus in big letters. But before that, there's another comic book. It's a 1 in 10. It's an animation cell cover of this. This kind of coincides with the Forces of Destiny show, where Ahsoka and Padme. It's actually the same story. So if you see it on Disney Plus, it's the same story in the comic book. I just love it because it's all these like fantastic female characters in the Star Wars universe. You know, working together or working separately. There is, I want to say, like, how many episodes? 2 seasons, 32 episodes.
Yeah.
And it includes action figures. So, yeah, that's why I chose it, because I think this is just an amazing series. So, it's a one-shot, just like the rest of the other ones. They're one-shot. So,
real quick, you know, when they send stickers, it sucks that on StreamYard doesn't show what it was. But I went on YouTube because I wanted to see what it was, and it was a little cute rainbow. I love rainbows. So
we can't see the sticker itself.
No, and then I'm on my phone and I can't see it. So when they send stickers, it's actually something. And it sucks at that it doesn't show. But thank you. It's cute.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I
all right.
with the
Go
Forces
ahead.
of Destiny that they did Sabine and Bo-Katan, and we never got that.
Sabine is Adam's favorite. I think he has a little crush.
Sabine is awesome.
she's amazing. I love her.
It's Adam's favorite. He's like, I'm like, who's your favorite? And I thought he was gonna say like Kanan, you know, but he's like, Sabine. I'm like, really? Sabine and Chopper.
Gosh, Chopper's awesome.
Yeah,
Chopper,
I love Chopper.
Chopper's so like, what's the word? He's so hesitant and it's so cute. It's like, I don't want to do this, you know.
But I love when he laughs evilly and does like he kills so many people.
Kind of, right? I mean, he doesn't mean to. It's an
I
accident.
mean, he laughs.
That's one of Adam's favorite too.
Okay, what character? Where is this? See, I don't know where is this character.
Rebel. Star
Rebel, I
Wars
need to watch
Rebel.
Little droid. It's like the R2D2 for Rebels. Think of it that way. But he has like
another model, yeah. And then on that slide for the Forces of Destiny, because I know Sarah likes that style. That if you go to DisneyShop.com, their online store, they have those pins available for $7.99.
Cool.
So cool. I gotta go find them.
Yeah. All right, next up. Why did we include this, Jen?
So this is a first for comic book women, but this is an artist wish list. I've been irked. I don't like seeing blanks. I'm like, oh, that's a great cover. Someone got a blank done, but the character's not in the inside. Or the character's not in the title. And I'm like, oh, it's irksome. But then I realized, well, Ahsoka doesn't have a solo title, and there's not a bunch of her, like, there's no blank that exists that has Ahsoka on the inside as of right now. I'm hoping, and Britt, thank you for making that Ahsoka blank. Yes, I hope we get something. Be it a mini. But so this is a wish list for all of us. If we had that Ahsoka blank, what artist we would want to have their rendition of?
Yeah.
Who is Frank Cho?
Me.
I know.
I would like to see. Because I like how Frank Cho draws woman, and Rosario. I can't say it like a white person. Rosario.
I can't say it all Spanish.
Rosario. She has beautiful, nice hips. So let's see, not all like skinny. It will be nice to see. And Sarah, I almost picked Scotty Young, but I knew you were gonna pick this. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go.
You've liked Frank Cho forever, though, Lucy. That's always been your big.
Yeah.
In a ballpoint. We thought about Tikal. That was my third pick.
Yeah.
But I didn't include it on this one because I wasn't sure. Scotty Young, Sarah, why?
Yeah, he's done Star Wars #1 with Luke Skywalker. It's one of my it's my favorite cover of Scotty. One of my favorite covers of Scotty Young. It's a 3 of them where like the middle one is like, I'm looking at, because I have Princess Leia and the other side is somebody.
Bill. Yes.
Oh, Darth Vader, and then the middle is Luke Skywalker and Chewie. I just think I actually can picture Ahsoka drawn by Scotty Young in my head. She'd be so cute, and like, I would see the double, like with the double lightsabers. Like he would do her justice, but very cute justice. So
yeah, I picture it like that too, Sarah. I did.
And maybe doing like the little Ahsoka with the older Ahsoka.
Ahsoka with the bear.
No, Scotty Young.
Oh, what is that? That bear? What was it?
The nose, the saber tooth. That's
Sabertooth. Yeah, that one. That's Sabertooth. I said bear.
Yes. Right?
Yeah.
See, there's so many renditions. So many renditions he could do. I really could totally picture it. Scotty, if you're listening, there you go.
Scotty's one of our viewers. He tunes in every week, so he's here for sure.
Yeah, he loves. He loves.
You never know.
Comic book women.
You never know.
He said that was his favorite show, Comic Book Woman.
He did. Didn't he say that at a con recently? He's like, my favorite show.
Nope.
Comic Book Woman.
Absolutely. He was like, hey.
Jen's face.
Thank you, Scotty. We appreciate it. Yeah. Phil Noto was Haley's pick, but she was not able to be here tonight. He's worked on Star Wars covers before, so I can see that transition working pretty seamlessly. Josh Middleton was actually my second pick, only because I love his rendition of Batgirl. And if he could do Ahsoka in that Batgirl style, in that profile watercolor, I think it could be really powerful, but simplistic at the same time, which Middleton, I don't even know how to describe him. People are like, oh, what does Josh Middleton do? I'm like, everything. Josh Middleton is so multifaceted as an artist, but he doesn't respond to my DMs. And I DM'd him like 50 times.
Well, that's right. Now he's like, block, stalker.
Well, I know, he's like, stalker. I'm like,
This is where you would just make a Nearing Nirvana convention pack with like water and a treat with the little thing for Near Nirvana, and you just go over.
And she's like,
Then the
security!
Yeah, the FBI shows up. She tried to poison me with her water. Yeah. Andy Granov's a great pick. I just actually won a Deadpool cover with, you guys remember the Vision and Scarlet Witch?
Yeah.
I won one for $1
Where?
on eBay. On
Nice.
eBay.
Was it the
Deadpool 13.
the virgin or the?
It's a Virgin.
Oh, okay. I had
It goes
the
for like
non-virgin.
$40. Because the fabric on it, I think, is so phenomenally done. Yeah. Which, again, yeah, Andy Granov could do a great job with that. My pick was Jenny Frison, much to Sarah's, what did you say? Sarah's
chagrin.
Yeah. I chose her first, Sucka.
Technically, Jenny, okay, all of these on the list, I think we're all cool with.
Yes. I think we all would like to see them.
I own it. I own Jenny Frison.
Oh, you do?
My God. Another one, suckers. Jesus Christ.
Jenny Frison can do no wrong in my book. That's all the explanation you really need. I think
true.
she's
absolutely.
phenomenal. And Dan Mora, who was that? Jen! Why?
So, I think Dan Mora would do a great job with a cover, but I think he would kill it with interiors. Have you seen Dan Mora? Like, he is so cool and good and talented.
Yeah, why don't you marry him? Jeez, tell him, Brad. I'm just kidding.
I mean, he is objectively good looking.
Oh, there
Jen
you
has
go.
met him. Jen has met him in person.
That's like what Sam always tells me. I'll tell Sam, geez, why don't you marry him? So we say that to each other.
He is like I once in future I'm right, but Dan Mora, I'm telling you, would do a great job. Oh yeah, I got to meet Nemesis at Baltimore. Anyway,
he has clean lines. Does he do his own inking?
We should do a Dan Mora show, and then we will.
Hey, Justin, that's my question to you.
Can we
do his own ink?
Say what?
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 Wait, what?
What did you say, Bella?
I didn't say that.
What?
Can we have him on the show?
Dan Mora? Oh, so that's a maybe, right, Sarah?
Yeah.
Wait, we got a maybe from Dan Mora? How'd that happen?
At C2E2.
And he said
He
maybe?
speaks Spanish, right? I'll
Yeah.
do a Spanish show with him. I'll do it all in Spanish.
Maybe's not a no.
But you should check out the interior, seriously, because they're innovative.
Mm-hmm.
I have some DC comics that have Dan Mora on the inside.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think that's a solid pick. I really do. Art Germ, like what Trish was saying, is kind of a given. Although Art Germ for me, and that, yes,
I don't think for Ahsoka, no. I don't.
He brought me into the hobby. I won't lie about that with his Catwoman renditions because the lace was so well done. But Art Germ for me can look a little bit redundant. And like if I can see him do something that I'm not expecting, then yeah, hands down, I'm in. Mark Brooks would be a phenomenal pick.
Oh yeah.
There's so much potential with this character.
Adam Hughes, somebody mentioned too. Mm-hmm. Adam Hughes.
Adam Hughes, I picture like being
somebody mentioned. Oh,
so
let's see.
Do you guys think that they're gonna do a mini?
I think so.
They have to.
But we still haven't gotten, outside of Kanan, we haven't gotten a Rebels comic. Like we had that trade paperback that got put, all their magazine comics got put into trade within the past couple months, right?
Hey, Fad.
But Jen, you know better than anybody. Give it time. I mean, all these properties.
I think we need to start a hashtag or start a give it to us. We want to give you our money.
But we know from the trailer, from the Ahsoka trailer, that Sabine and Hera and Chopper and that, possibly Ezra are going to be in the Ahsoka series. So, maybe that will like bring, maybe that's in the works at Marvel, hopefully, same as this Ahsoka. They have to do an Ahsoka solo series.
Every single
they will, especially because of the show now.
Right.
Yep.
Something. At least a one shot or something.
Ezra's low-key hot, Mom. Ezra's low-key hot, which means he's hot.
Wait, who said that?
Ellie.
Ellie.
She's a
Who's
precious
Ezra? Who's that? Which one? Who's
my
Ezra?
daughter.
But who's that?
Oh,
Which?
Ezra. Ezra's
who's-
from
Rebels.
you need to watch
Rebels.
Rebels. You
Yeah.
watch Rebels,
Oh,
you'll
okay.
watch Rebels next.
You'll
You'll like
watch
it.
it.
Look, it's actually you could. Rebels is a good. You have basic Star Wars stuff. If you watch Rebels, it puts you right into the story, and I feel like all the stuff that Clone Wars struggled with in the first 2 seasons, Rebels didn't have any. Like it just jumped, and it benefited a lot from being Dave Filoni's second series.
Do we have
Rebels I
anything else?
basically binged, Lucy, if that puts anything in perspective. Like
Are you
I
good
started
with
this
it?
episode and I was like,
It's
holy
good.
shit. Yeah, I'm done with it.
Wait,
Mm.
officially?
Officially done with it as of 2
Ooh.
nights ago. Not last night, the night before. Last night I started Tales of the Jedi, which I know I'm going all out of order, but I watched the episode Lucy was talking about where she's like a baby. But yeah, Rebels kept me engaged. It was so like Sarah was talking earlier about the part where you see Ahsoka and Vader and they come like face to
Right,
face.
Jen? Jess?
And man,
Jess? Right, Jess?
Yeah.
I agree with you, Jess.
there are a lot, and I actually did a post about this on Instagram. It can be intimidating, but just like take it one piece at a time. There's no rush. It's not a race to see who can finish all of them the fastest. Just take it bit by bit.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a lot. Like I've never read the books. Like
Mhm.
I've never read the comic books. I've never read the books. No, I've never read the comic books. No.
Okay, wait.
I've read Captain Phasma and I've read Darth Vader Volume 1. But
Jen is freaking.
I know she is. She's just like going nuts. She's gonna explode. If I keep
She
talking, she's just gonna explode. So I'll just keep talking. So I've never read I've never read any of the books. I just have my basic Star Wars knowledge of there's Luke and Leia, and then kind of like off of there. But I think Jen is correct that Rebels is a really good kind of like
Jumping in point.
like in this kind of like period of where we're going now on Disney Plus. Because if you start with it is a lot, like all of a sudden you have the prequels and then the sequels and you're like, what? Like, who are these? I thought they were brother and sister, but they kissed and, Empire Strikes Back. Like, what the hell is going on? So, yeah. So, I think Rebels, to get you into the Ahsoka universe, I think that's a great place to start.
Or watch Bad Batch. I think you'd like that one too.
But
Hold on. Let's keep going. We included merch here, which is pretty cool. Jen?
So before I forget,
Yeah, don't forget.
if you have audiobooks or books on tape or what have you, Star Wars has an Ahsoka book. I like the audiobook because Ashley voices it. So you hear the character that you've heard for over a decade. You hear her voice tell her story. It is super compelling. I would just say, please listen to it. Sarah, please listen to it. And then after you do that, Dark Disciple and then Alphabet Squadron is one that's also good. But anyway, so Ahsoka, book on tape, I recommend to anybody that is an Ahsoka fan. It's an easy listen. And then Sarah reminded me of these dolls. I didn't know they were going for this money, but it's funny. I was showing Britt. Someone was trying to sell just the box for $30.
for $35.
What the hell, weirdo?
Hey, they're an entrepreneur. I give them some credit, right? They're
Are
trying.
you kidding me? Did you know that the dolls also include besides all the female Star Wars characters, it also includes like Kylo Ren and Chewbacca? I didn't know that.
That's pretty
So,
cool.
Yeah.
What is that in the box on the bottom, Jen? Is that an actual?
Okay. So this is the thing that on the right-hand side, that box,
Yeah.
I will trade 2 Star Wars Clone Wars #1 to
This is
get
it.
that box.
Don't see that,
So-
Jen. Somebody's gonna say
I
it.
showed it to Britt, and Britt was like, "Oh, that looks really cool." And we watched an unboxing video of a guy who got to have it, and it's wood. and it has a metal latch. And when you open it, it plays a Star Wars like theme very lightly in the background. And then there's a plaque that has one of Ahsoka's like things that she says, and it's the sabers. And if you get, apparently though, I found out from that video, you have to get the saber blade from the Disney park. It'll click in there and it will then turn in, like it turns on. And I was just like, I want it, but it was limited, I think to 2,000, and it was for sale on the site, I think for $400, but they're out. And now
they're double price.
But holy moly, if you type in 2002 Disney Park Star Wars Galaxy's Edge ASHOKA Tano, this guy unboxed it. It's beautiful. And Britt said that
it looks pretty cool. Like, it got my attention. It looks pretty nice. I like it. And that freaking sideshow is beautiful. And they do use Rosario as the model. So that's, and also those are numbered. They're limited too. Sideshow's always limited too. And what I like about Sideshow, if you go to their website, you can pre-order and make payments. I do not own any because I don't have the fucking room for it. But if I did, I will totally buy more. Like, I will buy Sideshow statues. I love them. I think Sideshow, they have pretty cool stuff. And even though like I'm not like as a huge fan like you guys, I love this. I think it's pretty. I like her character, the way she looks. And like I really like the way she looks, especially like that. Like it looks pretty badass. So if I had, I would have bought something like this.
Nice. And nice. We are going to do a part 2 because we didn't include any of the newer comics.
Hi, Adam.
Or things. So part 2 before August.
But we did include what's coming up. So if you guys are still wanting to track down some stuff that you can still obtain for a reasonable price, what do we have here, Jen?
So this is coming out May 3rd. It's the Star Wars Insiders. And then Britt did a good job with like the newsstand versus the foil, which looks very similar to one of Dave Filoni's sketches that he put out a little bit ago. Mm-hmm. And then the PX version.
Doesn't that kind of remind you, the middle one remind you of the E.M. Gist cover that he did of Luke? It's similar in composition, if you guys follow him.
Anyways. But we didn't get a chance to talk about Plo Koon or the Morai or World Between Worlds. So maybe, because also Rebels deals with Worlds Between Worlds. Between Worlds. And then we'll do part 2, Ahsoka.
Holy crap, that's just so my brain.
It sounds like
if you watch Rebels, it'll make more sense. I felt the same way. I watched Rebels, I'm like, oh. But I had Anthony sitting next to me the whole time, like, huh?
The Bendu, the dude, the guy.
Okay. Anthony's sitting next to me, and I look over, I'm like making the connections. He's all, good, Laura, keep going. You got this. He's like, patting me on the head.
Yeah, it does look like the Obi-Wan. Yes, it does.
That's actually what I meant.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Now, I get it because watching the Airbender that's at the Avatar, like the guy. Now I get what the cabbages. Poor guy, always getting his cabbages smashed. Like I'm like, that's funny.
I was trying. Having Jen as a Secret Santa is like impossible. You're like, okay, what does she not own? And I know she has like 1 million T-shirts. But she didn't have this one. So.
That was amazing. Did you see the picture? Did I post it on our page?
We did. With the guy with the cabbages. That's hilarious. That was really
funny. That's serendipitous. What?
And real quick, which of those 3 do you guys like the best?
I really like the middle one.
Yeah, the middle for sure.
Yeah.
But foil is so tough.
Don't touch
it.
And
I'm sure it looks really pretty though with the foil. Makes it look nicer.
Wear your gloves. There you go.
Yeah. With the foil. Yeah, you see.
No long nails. Just
actually, the right was my second choice, but yeah.
Which one?
The right was my second. Somebody Creed commented right, but I think the middle is the middle is the right coloring. I don't know why that palette
Yeah.
Seriously?
I like
She's chasing her tail in the background. Sorry about that.
that.
It's attached to your ass, honey. You're never gonna get it. That's my pug.
Penny.
Mhm.
Say hi, Aunt. Aunt just walked in. Say hello.
Hello.
What do you think of Ahsoka?
I like her. She's a good character.
Did you like
She's
her at the
got
beginning?
layers.
She
of
has
what?
layers, yeah.
Anthony, when you hear Ahsoka, doesn't it make you want to think something like, Mexicans, we always have like something kind of like dumb to say to compare the names to something. I don't know. Like,
What compares to Ahsoka?
I'm trying to find a
She
word
does-
that
She sounds like that one cousin that comes around every once in a while at the barbecue, but she doesn't like stand out at all. She like leans against the
like
wall.
you're trying to find like I'm trying like the name. It's like, oh, I want to say something smart ass like with it. I don't know. I can't.
Mhm.
So
Brother
you drink all the
makes-
beer.
Ahsoka came to get a plate and then she
Ahsoka
left.
su madre. Yeah.
What an Ahsoka.
All right,
Ahsoka
Jen,
sounds like
I'm gonna
a
let
name.
you.
Katana.
Well, we're just saying Ahsoka.
It's not Ahsoka. It's Ahsoka.
All right. Anyways, Jen, want to read the quote?
Yeah, so normally we don't do Vanas for Tuesday,
Mm.
but I think we might if it behooves of the character. So in my life, when you find people who need your help, you help them no matter what. Ahsoka.
I love this.
I like how you went Ahsoka.
Ahsoka. Just kidding. Dork.
I kind of love this. We typically only do Vanas on Fridays. It's like a quote or whatever that we end the show on, but I think this totally fits with our Tuesday vibe. I love it.
Yeah.
You know what's
Yes,
really cool too is Ashley Eckstein. She actually kind of does it's something about mental health and I forget what if you go on her Instagram, she does these like meditations to help for mental health. And she actually, like, every place that she goes, I'm not sure about cons, but I know about Celebration. She actually led like a meditation for mental health. It's really cool. She's all for it. And also, I want to say she's also she's an entrepreneur. If you don't know the brand Her Universe, that was started by Ashley Eckstein. She just, again, Ashley, if you're watching, because she's a fan of the show.
Definitely.
But yeah,
she loves the show. She watches every week. Yeah.
Yep, she does. But I thought that was very interesting that
Good night, Adam.
Night, Adam. That she's actually kind of taken this, kind of like Jedi like motto to heart. So check out her Instagram. Very cool.
I think I follow her. I think I follow that.
All right. Well, that was it for us for tonight. Make sure that on Monday you tune in for Cover Lovers at 9:30 Eastern Standard. Comic Book Women, we're here every week, roughly 9:35 Eastern Standard, depending on Lords. Wednesday, we have the mail call at 10 p.m. Thursday is Long Story Short. They go live at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Aaron Yee and Ben and Red Hood and Carter and Tony. Really good panel over there. Friday Nearing Nirvana, that's usually our looser show, although Tuesday kind of blended into
Loser shirt. Just kidding.
looser.
What is that? Our
This
loser
Friday,
It's a loser shirt.
Did you say loser?
I said looser. Looser.
Oh, I heard loser too. I was like,
No, I said looser. Like it's looser because we're like, anyway. This Friday, we're having Garrett Gunn on with us tonight, which is one of our favorites. He's one of the OG comic book women. So tune in if you want to hang out with Garrett Gunn. We're going to slaughter him at some games. And then
Whoa.
Saturday is the morning toy box.
and it's kind of more adult.
Yeah. Oh, disclaimer. Friday's show is going to be R-rated. Please do not bring your kids to that one. Yeah.
Yes.
Can
There
I
you
say
go.
something about Wednesday?
No. Just kidding.
Oh, quit being sassy.
No.
Lucy.
Yeah. Go ahead, Sarah.
So I want to say Wednesday, I'm going to be on Mondo Mail Call. So check out all the
You're on
cool
your
stuff.
Nirvana, guys.
So
Please.
check out. I'll be showing my stuff from C2E2.
She's
I
been
got
showing her stuff.
I'm showing my stuff, and I got something that I just got in the mail that Laura and Ben made me buy. So
Ooh.
check it out.
Oh,
So
I take the-
tomorrow,
Tomorrow.
support our girl Sarah
Yeah.
here on the channel. I think it's also it's right here done my face at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So tell them the lady sent us here. We're here for Sarah. So please support Sarah.
Yes,
Aw,
Jen.
And then Lord of Brooklyn, if I come across, well, wait, I kind of owe you one first. If I come across, or maybe you too. If I come across cheap copies of Clone Wars #1,
you are not.
I feel like you guys are first, and then Lord of Brooklyn. You don't know. There's always the digger's luck.
Yeah,
Jen,
there's
the
always digger's
hopeful.
luck for sure.
Yes.
All right, guys, don't forget Bird City Comics is launching our Arcade Kings tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That was done by Anna Marcano. Really good if you're a gamer. And I think that's it. So give our sponsors some love, show Cover Price some love, Bird City Comics some love. We will be back
you go.
tomorrow night. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. This was a blast. We had a great time. We'll see you on Friday. Bye.
Look up the Morai, daughter from Mortis.